So we're working with Elementor Pro and Advanced Custom Fields. We are setting up a specific template for our podcast layout. So you could do this on each page, edit with Elementor, create two columns, add in each little icon and everything like that. But we don't want to have to rebuild the page every time. And it doesn't make too much sense for us to just copy and paste it, copy and paste. So we're going to set up a template using Elementor. And on that template, we're going to use advanced custom fields, and we're going to make them conditional. So what that means is I have these fields for social media and their website, but if for whatever reason the person I'm interviewing does not have Instagram, I don't want that icon to appear but no text. So I want that field to disappear if it's empty. So let's jump in on how we're going to do that. So this is the home page where I have a loop of the podcast episodes, and then I have a link giving us the individual podcast page. So what I created on this page is the title, a section for the YouTube video, whether or not they can quick link or quick jump, find it on YouTube or Spotify, the episode description, an area for the transcript, and then some other information like where to find them, and then any other notes worth mentioning. So I want to create a template with all of this on the page, so I have to create these custom fields. So hopping back over to our admin area, we're using ACF for Advanced Custom Fields. You'll select that. And I'm not going to recreate this, I'm just going to show you where I went and what I did. So you'll go to Post Types, and then you'll hit Add New, and it'll bring you to a page like this. So you're going to create your labels, the plural label, how it will read if it's a singular, certain taxonomy. So if you want to include the default WordPress category, you can do that, or you can create your own taxonomy categories. And then in advanced settings, these are different things that will appear on the editing page, whether or not you want to include those. As far as visibility, I did want to include a custom icon rather than like the default push pin or thumbtack. So you can find that under visibility, and then menu icon, just select that. And then you'll just hit save changes. And then you'll go to field groups. You're going to add new, and just opening up what I did, you're going to name it something that has to do with what you're working on. In this instance, I did podcast field. So these are the different items on the page. I wanted to have a section for each of these, an input area on the editing page for each of these. So I'm just going to right click and show you what that looks like. I'm going to add a new podcast. So we have the title, we have this section, just the regular content section. And then down here you can see the custom fields. I wanted an input area for the YouTube link, Spotify link, additional notes, episode transcript, website link, all these links, and then a couple of blanks just in case. So that's what appears here. When you add a new field, you'll just hit that Add Field button. For links, I leave it as text because of things I don't understand. That seems to work better whenever I'm trying to use it on a link field. So I leave all of my links as text, and you can see that here. And then you just fill in these blank spaces. So the field label, what do you want to call it? So we could say it's Instagram link, Facebook link, and then it's going to create the values. We'll say X link. This field name is auto-generated. You can leave that alone. You don't have to do anything with it if you're using Elementor. And if you're going to have certain areas where you want text, large amounts of text to appear, there is a text area, but you're not going to be able to style the text, like make anything bold or add any links. So what you would probably want to do is the WYSIWYG editor. What you see is what you get editor. And we'll hop over there real quick. Not really. Before I do that, I want to show you a comparison. So we'll just do that text area. We'll leave that X link just for funsies. So I'm going to save changes. And now I'm going to hop over to my podcast page, and I'll edit one that's already published. Scrolling down, it's going to be at the bottom of the list. So this is that text area, and then this is the WYSIWYG editor. So you have all of these text options versus just a text area. So that's the big difference there. Hopping back over to ACF, You have a lot more options that you can play with, but this is just what I used today. It was the text and then the WYSIWYG editor. And I don't need this one, it was just to show you, so we're going to remove that. And then down here, you're going to scroll down to settings, and you're going to tell it where you want those to appear. So the post type is equal to that new post type that you just created. And then you'll hit Save Changes. And then when you go to edit a page or create a new post, under that custom post type, these fields will be there. So if you just start editing, like edit with Elementor or edit with whatever, and then you view the page, these items aren't just going to appear. We have to tell WordPress where they're going to appear. So we're going to create a template for our podcast page that will look like this. So you would go to, and this was with Elementor Pro, Elementor and the templates under here, and then go to your theme builder. And you would go to single post and hit the plus sign and create a new one. I'm going to open up the one I did and we'll take a look at that. So be sure to name it, hit this gear icon, type in the whatever name you want to call it, and then go to preview settings and do that preview dynamic content as your custom post type. And then I would start a new one, just have a blank one, type whatever, and then just put in some fake information just so you can see what's going on. So I have it pulling the content from episode 1. I just created a layout. We have a section with 2 columns and then another section for the transcript. So whatever makes you happy, do your layout. Here's how to add the advanced custom fields. For these guys, I created a new list element for each one. So instead of listing everything out here, I need this whole thing to be conditional. I need this whole element to be conditional. I'm not able to make each individual item conditional. I have to make this whole element conditional. So that's why I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things that are conditional. So I'm going to get rid of that. So the website, we're inputting this information here, the website link. So this advanced custom field, it's going to be blank. We're going to hit this little stack of pancakes, scroll all the way down to ACF, and then hit this wrench key, and it's going to be the website link. Great. We don't need to do anything with advanced. And the link is also going to be that same thing. So it's going to look like this. We're going to hit the pancakes, scroll all the way down, ACF, then the wrench, and then website link. So great, we have that. It looks like it should. We've styled it the way we want it to be styled. But then we go to advanced and we go to display conditions. And we want to work with dynamic tags. And website link is something that we created in ACF. If it is not empty, we want it to appear. If it is blank, like if we don't have this and it's blank, then this icon will appear on the page and there won't be any text with it. So only if it is empty do we want to hide it. But let's go add it back in. So display conditions, we'll hit that little tree. We're going to add a condition. We're going to dynamic tag, and the title was website link is not empty. So we want that to appear if it has something in it. And what that means, we want it to appear if there is content in this area. We hit save and close and then publish. So this is my template. I have a spot for website, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and then a couple of others just in case they have some other random place they want me to go or want people to see. And on this one, we don't have LinkedIn and we don't have those other spots filled out. So even though it's in the template, because it's empty, it's not going to show on the published page. And that's how I'm able to get it to work for me. That's a quick look at how to use conditional advanced custom fields in Elementor Pro.